Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are building a new PC. Um, Thankfully, by the time this video comes out, Christmas hopefully will already been over, so I can go ahead and say it now. I'm building this one because I wanted to upgrade for a while. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with my gaming PC, I like better. I like, and honestly, I liked building mine. I like doing all the research and building it, so I like doing it again. So I just wanted a little bit better too. So mine right now I think is, stuck at 1080p gaming, like 120 FPS type thing. It's got I upgraded my CPU. It's got a Ryzen 7 5800X, where it was the Ryzen 5 3600. It's still got the same 5700 XT graphics card. So, um, it's good and it's great, but it's stuck at like 1080p gaming. I wanted to step it up. I want to go to 1440p, and I know the graphics card that I'm looking at is overkill, but I didn't want to do anything and be like, dang, for a couple bucks more, I could have got slightly better. So I'm going to get a 7900 XT and put it in here. It's a lot of money. I wanted to get the XTX, but for like 10 FPS and like $300 more, it wasn't worth it for me. So I'm going to stick with the XT model. I was going to get the GRE, and I was like, nah, I'll get the XT. So I don't have that yet. I bought one, and then the guy that I bought it from just disappeared. So I'm filing a claim with eBay and all that to get my money back. I thought, man, I was like, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I was like, probably too good to be true. And I bought it anyways, and the guy's whole account and everything just disappeared. And I was like, yeah, it was too good to be true. So I filed a claim through eBay, getting my money back currently. But, let's go ahead and run through the parts for this real quick. First off, we got the PC case. It's a dual chambered PC case. I think it looks pretty good, especially with this side profile right here. I think that'll look nice. I'm not removing these stickers until probably the end of the PC build. If we skip over to here, yes, ignore that, that's messy. I still have it on this one, and I've had this one for like a year, but I was like, I don't want to take them off until I move out, but I might just do it with this one. I think this one will look too good to keep that on there, dulling the PC build. But yeah, it's a dual chambered one. If I can spin it around, I go up here and I pop the clip. It pops this. And I just slide up out. That's the back right here. And then as for the front, carefully grab that. Actually, this seems to be a really good case for how much I spent on it. Pop that. And there is the inside of the front. I think overall this PC build, honestly, the case looks kind of nice, even empty, other than these wires dangling. Hopefully my cable management will be better in this one than the other one. Not that it's terrible in my other PC. We got the 3 case fans. I'm going to get more case fans. I ordered some, and they're these up here ones. Sorry, up here. And I don't know. I just haven't had any luck with these. So I'm returning these ones, trying to get some new ones, and all that. I had heard people say they were good, but I tried them in my other PC, and I just didn't like them. But anyways, that's enough of the case. I have an RM 750. I know this says 650, but this is, like I said, because I'm building my girlfriend I'm just giving her that one. A gaming PC. I'm swapping it out for slightly less power. And I know you guys are like, ooh, you're being mean and taking the, whatever. That PC doesn't need 650 watts. It really only needed like 550 watts. But I trust the Corsair RM series because that's what I've been rocking. It's a really good, solid power supply. So I just bought the same thing, but in 650 instead of 750. And I'm going to put the 750 in my PC. And she gets a brand new power supply. How about that? I've got the AM5 secure contact frame. Not that I think I need it, I just wanted it. That was only 10 bucks off of Amazon, so I'm honestly not worried about it. And do I think it's thermal right? Really? Probably not. As for the CPU, we have the Ryzen 5 9600X, as you guys can probably see right there. I did a little bit of research late at night one night and found that this is probably going to be the best CPU that, other than, you know, obviously the 9800X 3D or whatever that they have out now. This will probably be about the best for 1440p gaming. Pretty good balance according to the research I did. I've got 32 gigs of DDR5. I forget what they're clocked at. Give me a sec here. Where is it? 72,000 or 7,200, I believe is. But that's the RAM. Let me go ahead and pop her open for you. And that's what they look like. This up here is RGB. So I think that'll look pretty sweet inside the build once it's all done. Obviously, yes, the two sticks of DDR5, 16, 16, 32 together. And then the star of the show. I've had this for a couple minutes, longer than anything else, I believe. No, wait. I think I got that first, but it's got that plastic thing on it, so it doesn't really get as dirty as the box. But for my motherboard, I got the B650S Wi-Fi. It was kind of the cheapest one, I think, that supported what I wanted. So I kind of went with it. Pull it out here. I think it looks pretty alright. It's not probably the most appetizing of motherboards, but it does have like a lot of USB ports in my opinion. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 USB ports plus a Type-C port right there integrated with it. I have a Type-C port on this PC on the other side back there. Where is it? Right there. But I can't use it because that motherboard in there, the motherboard in it is the B550 Phantom Gaming 4. It was good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, and it doesn't have support for the Type-C as far as I could find. I did some research to find out and all that, and I never saw anything. I've also looked for the socket and all that, couldn't find it. So I'm like 98% sure it does not have support for Type-C, which is fine. Also, built-in Wi-Fi, kind of a necessity for me, because I'm tired of running that little dongle up there. For what I do, it's kind of enough, but I know when I move out in probably less than a year, I'm going to want better Wi-Fi, and when I get better Wi-Fi, I don't think that dongle will be able to hold up to it. So I got one with built-in Wi-Fi. And then, of course, it's got its little antennas and stuff down here. It's got the I/O shield, some kind of SATA power port thing. I forget what that's actually called right now. Obviously, my M.2 lockers and an instruction manual, which I probably won't actually use, but we'll see. Because I kind of know how to build a PC now, so hopefully I won't need that. But yeah, otherwise, I guess we can get into the actual building of this little turd. I don't know exactly what to start with. I think last time I started by screwing this, screwing the motherboard into the PC case. That kind of caused some problems with cable management and routing, I think. So I might do a bit of a ZTT thing. Zags Tech Turf, yes, ZTT, I'm sure you all know who he is. And start by building up the motherboard first, and then putting the motherboard inside the case. Don't worry about that. That was just this, I guess, finishing clicking down in there, because I guess they didn't fully install that at the company. Sorry, MSI. We forgive you. So yeah, go ahead and get that installed. I guess we'll put the RAM in there. Actually, you know what? First, we're going to take out this CPU clip. Actually, nah. First, what we're going to do is we're going to put the CPU in it, because I want to see this shoot off. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, to have one of these go off the top. So that's what we're going to do first, even though I'm going to take it right back out to put the secure frame in there. Yes, I'm going to use a lopped off screwdriver head. I don't know what actually happened to the top of this. Probably didn't fit somewhere when we were working on a project. This is what I'm going to use. I do not have the LTT screwdriver. That thing's like $70 and too expensive for me. Wait a minute. That's not what we're going to use, because those are different screw heads. So actually, I forgot. We're going to go in here and we're going to grab our special wrench, and then we're going to, oh yeah, like a glove, baby, break all of these loose. Why am I breaking them loose? I got no idea, because I still got to get the CPU out. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Got the CPU sitting right here. Also, for you tech whizzes out there that are going to realize that I am missing something, I'm probably missing a couple things, honestly, but for you tech whizzes, I know, I'm missing a CPU cooler right now. For me, that's coming in tomorrow to the 21st, but for you guys, it'll be the same video. But yeah, I got that coming in. Let's go ahead and get this clamshell opened up. Open. Oh. Thankfully, the contact pads are inside of here, so I don't have to worry about that, really. Okay, I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to find out which way this wants to go in. It wants to go in this way. Carefully drop it down in. Wiggle it around a couple times. Make sure we're locked in. Because I don't ever get to do this, but like once in life, because I'm too poor. Nah, that I don't like. No, hold on. Hold on. Yes, I'm gonna reinstall that. Strike 2. I don't like that. What is going on? That's a lot of force. Oh, why is that so much force? Because it's seated down in there. That's lined up right. God, these CPU latches are so scary. Ting, woo, look at that. Ta-da. There we go. I launched one. Yay. Alright, well, guess we unlatched that scary little bomb. We take this CPU back out. We set it back down in our clamshell for now. And then I do what I'm supposed to do and we take this off. We're going to hit this with the unscrew. Stealing phone repair guru's catchphrase. Alright, now that we've got it unscrewed, pop that off. And we bust out the nice anodized red one. Yeah, if I can unclip it with my hand, there we go. And we pop this out. There we go, that's our new one. I don't know why it's got the black pad. No, it's not even a pad, it's just black. Why did they anodize that black? We'll slap this up onto here. when I get that CPU reinstalled. Got the CPU. Carefully align the CPU. There we go. Let me take the contact frame. Ooh. That hits different than that on top. Ugh. Don't get me wrong. I think the latch would do just fine. Especially with what I'm doing with it. The latch would be just fine. But I figured if I'm going all in, why not go that extra little bit and make it even better? So I'm gonna go with this. So go ahead and get this sucker screwed down. There we go. Now we got that sucker sitting in there. Obviously the CPU sticks out a little bit above it. I get why. It's so you get contact with the CPU and not this when you put the CPU cooler on there. That makes sense. Thankfully, I think that'll look no different once I have the PC fully built, because I have a big Peerless Assassin air cooler going on top. It's got the duo fans, and obviously it's got the fins in between, so I probably won't even see this, but if I do, that'll be cool, I guess. A little red feature. I guess now that we've got, let's see, I got the CPU in there, I got this and this, so I don't need those. Set that over there. This can also go over there. Thermal paste can go over there. That's some thermal paste I'm not sure I'm gonna use. I've got my own up in my window. Shouldn't need this anymore. I guess we can go into the RAM if I want to, because that's all I've got next. Then yeah, I guess after that I gotta find out how to mount the power supply. Not that one. I gotta take the one out of mine and then put it into this one, and then put that one into my other PC, so then I can give it to my girlfriend. Let's see, how do I open this? There we go. Pop that off. Now I should probably look at the instructions manual at least a little bit to figure out which slots I need to put it in. I would assume it's the first and third slot, but it might be the second and fourth. Okay, according to a quick Google search, I take them, and hopefully they sit in there like this. Hold on, I gotta pop these. Oh, wait, the little levers are back. Okay. Wait, not on that one. There we go. Pop the levers back. And then which way did they fit? Not this way. They fit this way. Take it. Take it and put it in correctly. And then we push down, and then yes, you're not gonna get the you're not gonna get the satisfying click necessarily. There we go. Yeah, I'll mock it. There you go. According to the Google search, that's how they go in there. They go into not the first but the second and fourth slot, not the first and third like I thought. I guess they go in second and fourth slot. So go ahead and get that one in. And nope, I was hoping I could get it to click for you guys. What about this one? There you go. You get one click. I'll just mock them up here, and then there you go. Yeah, I guess after that I don't have much else to do other than throw it into the case and hope that works. Alright, now that we got this opened up, first of all, I want to see that plug, and I want to see if it has a slot for it, and it looks like right there it does. So, is there one closer to the top? Nope. I do believe that's the only one. That's fine. I just wanted to see if it was there. It also looks like my headers are down here for turning it on and off. The front panel headers are over here. The power headers. I honestly couldn't tell you what those are called. I don't know what this connector's for. Guess we'll find that out here in a little bit. Maybe. Probably not. So, I guess we throw this back. I wish I could get more light on it. There. Not that the lighting is great, but it should work. We're going to get the motherboard carefully as I snag it across every bit of yeah, wait a minute. Before we put that in, pull that back out. Pull out, what? And then we grab the IO shield. Because trust me, by trust me, I mean don't trust me, I've never done it. You don't want to forget the IO shield, because then you install everything, and then you realize, oh crap, I didn't put the IO shield, and then you gotta take everything back out to put it in. So, get it put in first, make sure you don't misalign it and all that, and then you should have a much better day. Alright, so we're going to find out the orientation in which I need it. I do believe it is this way, and that would be correct. It is this direction. I'm going to take it, keep it that same direction, and put it inside of the case if I can. However it wants to click in there or whatever. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out, I guess. I might use both hands. There, now I've got it installed. I'm falling. That was a little more challenging than I would have thought for a split second until I got these little nubs lined up, and then it just kind of clicked in place. Alright, now we can carefully grab the motherboard, scoot the PC case back around, flop that there. Hopefully get this cable up here out the way some. Find out where the little screwers are. And then I guess kind of just set it down inside the case and hope for the best. Okay, I guess this will help us out some back here. Lining, yep, all those holes up. That should pretty well line up. Yes, my screw holes up here. That one's lined up. I believe this one back here is lined up. That one should be lined up. I think there's, yeah, one there. I don't know if there's one underneath this. Probably should figure that out. Wait a minute. That's my SSD slot. And then put the one up there. That should be about everything. So, go ahead and get some screws, I guess, and slap it down in there. Ooh, I didn't know I could turn my actual cell phone flash on and have it work. Yes, I'm trying to use my flash currently, and it's telling me that the battery's too low, but I clearly have the flash on. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I think I found a weird workaround. So yes, that actually is my M.2 under there, even though, my M.2, even though I have an M.2 right here, and then lockers and standoffs and all that. So, I don't know. I find that kind of weird. I guess it's cool that I got, two M.2 slots, even though on my other one I have two M.2 slots. But why would you give me one covered and then the other one not? I don't know. Kind of cool, but kind of weird. So, I guess after that, ooh, that's a tight thumb screw, jeez. That was not necessary. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I don't like the way they're all screws, like literal screwed in. I wish they were thumb screws, but whatever. I guess I gotta rip the power supply out of mine so I can even begin to put it into this one. My fellow PC builders, I just did the biggest no-no you can do as a PC builder. I changed the power supply. Ignore this. I had, the cold, I believe, and then that is my modem, PC GOM, yeah. It's actually not as messy as it looks. But I did the power supply swap, but I did not change any of the cables. But the reason I felt so good with doing that is because they are the exact same brand and the same line. I think the E is like energy efficiency or something. But they're the exact same brand. They're like the exact same power supply. So I felt fairly safe doing it. Still a little sketchy, especially when I first clicked that power button. But as we can see, It's posted. It's on. It's functional. Oh, I just kind of showed you guys my password. Not really, though. I kind of failed it, but I'll cut it out or blur it. And, yeah, everything seemed to be turned on. Fans are spinning. She's a little dusty. I gotta blow it out here soon. Otherwise, turn that off. That's good. And then I should be able to take my 750E and put that into mine. So, I guess I can go ahead and do that. Now, the reason I feel confident in being able to put this in here before I do any cables is, I mean, look at how much room I have to mess with cables after I put this in. I've got room for days, so I'm not too worried about that. Although this does sit really low to the bottom, it kind of makes it hard to plug in any headers down there. Also, what is that? I've never seen that plug in before. And, oh, there's that one that I was looking at, and I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah, I got some refiguring out to do when I go to put this together, but thankfully, I'm not too worried about that right now. Go ahead and get this power supply put in the correct way. Let's see. Yeah, like this, so you can't mess it up. I love how they make it wider on top and closer on the bottom, so you can't mess that up. Slide this around. Boom, there we go. Now we've got those holes lined up. Get some screws slapped in it. Alrighty, there we go. Got it screwed in. I do believe I had to use incorrect screws because these ones that I believe are it. Hold on. Get you guys in a better spot here. These finer thread ones did not hold. I tightened them down, and every time I tightened it down, except for this one hole, they all popped right back out. So I had to use one of these not so fine threads to hold it in. But otherwise, it's in there now. I'm not too worried about that coming back out. I can't wait to turn this thing on. But I guess the next thing, what is this? Is this my hard drive bay? Man, I got 3 hard drives. Yes, I have a M.2 and then I have 3 hard drives. Relax, okay? The one is my operating system hard drive. I believe it's on the SSD. Actually, it is on the SSD. That's why it starts up so fast. Then I've got one HDD and then another SSD. The HDD is, I believe, just for my YouTube videos, so it doesn't get used very often. But otherwise, I plan on getting those figured out and then getting another M.2 in there. But they're not exactly the cheapest thing in the world right now, so I just kind of rock with what I got. Otherwise, I do believe I could do these. I could just wait. I'm thinking that for me tonight, as the builder, I think for tonight, I'm gonna be done, and I'm gonna play some games with my girlfriend, and then probably finish this up tomorrow, because I'm looking to do all these cables and all that, and then try and slam in a couple last-minute matches with my girlfriend on Fortnite. So I think we'll just kind of, for me, end it here tonight. Obviously, for you guys, it won't change much, but other than that, yeah, I guess I will see you guys later. Alright, got the new CPU cooler, so we're going to, I guess, figure out how this works. I want to peel this off, but I don't think I'm there yet, especially since I should probably faux mount this in there. How it probably is going to mount. I should probably figure out which way this fan spins first. I don't know, it won't be that hard to figure out. So I'm gonna mount it like this, because that one is mounted like that. So We'll mount it like that with the header facing the fan cable header facing over towards what I believe is, yeah, the CPU fan right there. So mount that like that. Hopefully this is correct. I would assume that's correct. Now I gotta figure out how to work this, because I don't know how to do any of this. I've never done this before. I've just used screwed on ones like on my old PC, so I don't understand it. So give me a quick second and I'm try and figure this out. There we go. I think I got it. Looks like it's pretty correct. If it's not, I'm sure it'll show itself sooner or later, but that's kind of what that picture shows. So I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, that looks good enough. Anyways, now we take these. I would assume red is for Team Red and blue is for Team Blue. What the heck is black for? What? Yeah, I'm gonna consult the instructions again and find out which one I need, or how to even actually do this. I am so out of my depth with this thing right now that I'm not actually sure what I'm doing. Alrighty, screwdriver number 2, I believe, or 3, makes an appearance. I believe, after reading the instructions, I remove these plastic ones. Dang, that was on there tight. We just remove these like that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, now hold on. Aha. It goes on there sideways like that. I should probably be careful, but thankfully it's not plugged in, so I should be good. Just another, like that, like that. Pop that one up and out. Make sure I'm using the right screws here. They didn't exactly say which screws to use on there, unless they're labeled, and they don't seem to be. I'm about to open the red one. Yeah, we're gonna use the red ones. Now what I believe I do is I put this down over those. Ooh, I didn't know that actually fit around those. I thought it just sat on top of them. That's a nice little touch. Set that there. Take that and then put some screws in there, but I can't do that with just one hand, so we're going to use some movie magic and just like that, we got bracket all mounted in there now. Now, just for demonstration purposes, I know I don't have my thermal paste on there. I'm going to do that off cam, but then we take this, mount it up in there like that, and then we would screw it down with these little thumb drives and call it good. And that would be a CPU, almost passive, but not really, it's a fan, cooler on there. So then all I need after that is my graphics card, I do believe, and then I should be good. I should be good to play games. In which case I might just steal my graphics card from, actually, I think I'm gonna revisit the past, and I'm gonna try it with this one, the one from my first ever gaming PC. It's so old that I'm not even actually sure what it is. I think it was an AMD 580. I don't even know. That's how old it is. I mean, whatever the heck some of those numbers mean. But, I don't know. I think that would just be kind of funny to see what this thing's capable of. Like, truly capable of. Because I don't know if the Optiplex is holding it back any on Fortnite or not. Graphics-wise. But, otherwise, I'm going to get this thing. Sperm will paste it up. And put in there. And see what it's... try and turn it on. See if it'll turn on. So, be back in a sec. Or a flash. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got that booty cheek of a card up into this masterful 1440p gaming PC. Hopefully 1440p. Obviously, that's not going to pull it. But I just want to see what it's capable of. Genuinely see what it's capable of. So, I guess I plug it in and see what it's capable of. If it even put... I mean, obviously I got to put some hard drives up into this tank first. But, honestly, I'm... Yeah. I think I'll use this one. It's a 512 gig SSD. Obviously, it's 2.5 inch SSD via SATA cable, but I think for about 2 minutes that would be enough for my girlfriend. So, I mean, realistically, I don't think she's gonna do a whole lot on this, but she'd be able to play, like, you know, Roblox, because she plays with her sister sometimes, and play some Fortnite with me, and maybe one other game. But that's about it. I probably will get an SSD at some point, like a 1TB SSD for it at some point. But for now, I guess I put this in there and see if I can turn it on. Actually, I don't think I am going to put this in this PC. Why would I put that in here when I can go over here and steal my perfectly good... Get some light up in here. Yeah, I know she's a little dusty. I work outside a lot on cars, and so it gets dusty very fast. But I keep the things that need to be pretty dust free, kind of dust free. So it should balance out. But I guess I should start by taking out my SSD, my M.2 up here, and my 3 hard drives out and putting it in mine, and then I'll put this into here since it'll be hers, and then I can, without even having to download anything, go ahead and just fire up some games and see what this thing's capable of. By this thing I mean this thing.